Broadway, that luminous artery of American theater pulsing with the dreams of performers who trade sleep for spotlight, has always been a realm where legacies intertwine like the notes of a grand finale. For Lea Michele, the 39-year-old dynamo whose voice once defined the halcyon days of Glee, returning to its hallowed stages after years in the Hollywood hustle feels less like a comeback and more like a homecoming scripted by fate. Her latest triumph, stepping into the role of Florence in the revival of the 1980s musical Chess, is a testament to the enduring pull of the Great White Way. But in a revelation that has sent ripples through theater circles, Michele attributes this bold leap not to her own storied resume, but to the siren call of Idina Menzel, the Tony-winning powerhouse who 2 decades prior, shared screen space with Michele as her on-screen mother in Glee. "I heard Idina Menzel sing Nobody's Side from Chess," Michele shared breathlessly at the show's opening night afterparty in a candlelit Manhattan lounge, her eyes sparkling under the glow of crystal chandeliers, "and I said to myself, I have to sing that song every single night. It was like the universe whispering, this is your moment." To understand the profundity of this inspiration, one must rewind to the tapestry of Michele's career, a journey marked by stratospheric highs and humbling detours. Bursting onto the scene in 2009 as Rachel Berry in Glee, the ambitious Glee Club diva whose belting solos became YouTube gold, Michele embodied the raw hunger of youth chasing stardom. Her rendition of Don't Rain on My Parade from Funny Girl amassed millions of views, propelling her from Ohio high school stages to Fox's sound stages. Off-screen, Menzel loomed large. As Shelby Corcoran, Rachel's biological mother, she delivered a pivotal performance in Season 3 that crackled with maternal fire and unresolved longing. Their duet, a haunting cover of For Good from Wicked, ironically, another Menzel vehicle, cemented a bond that transcended fiction. Idina wasn't just a co-star, Michele reflected in a later Vanity Fair profile. She was a beacon showing me what it meant to command a room with vulnerability wrapped in power. That 2008 London concert production of Chess, where Menzel first tackled Florence with her signature belt that could shatter glass, planted seeds Michele didn't know were germinating. Fast forward through the whirlwind, Glee's 6-season run ending in 2015, Michele's Broadway debut as Wendla in Spring Awakening earning raves, and her poignant turn as Hester Ulrich in Scream Queens. Motherhood arrived in 2020 with the birth of her son Ever, followed by the devastating loss of her first husband, Aaron David, in 2021, a grief that sidelined her from the stage for introspection and healing. Hollywood beckoned with roles in The Mayor and voice work for Disney's Ralph Breaks the Internet, but the pull of live theater, with its immediacy and intimacy, never waned. "I missed the sweat, the adrenaline, the way a hush falls before the first note," she confessed to a Playbill interviewer. Enter Chess, Tim Rice and Benny Anderson's Cold War-era opus of love, politics and grandmasters, revived under director Michael Grandeage with a fresh lens on global tensions. Florence, the Hungarian-American arbiter caught between rival chess titans, demanded a performer of nuance, fierce yet fragile, a vocal acrobat who could navigate arabesque pop with operatic depth. When casting calls went out, Michele's name topped every shortlist, but it was Menzel's ghostly echo in Nobody's Side, that anthemic cry of independence, that sealed the deal. The after-party buzzed with the electric hum of reunion, cast members in tuxedos and gowns clinking champagne flutes, producers swapping war stories under Murano glass fixtures. Michele, radiant in an emerald velvet number that nodded to Wicked's palette, held court near a grand piano where a jazz trio softly riffed on show tunes. Idina's Florence was electric, she elaborated, her hands gesturing animatedly. She poured everything into it, the espionage, the romance, the sheer will to survive. Hearing that recording during a late-night scroll, it hit me, I could channel that fire, make Florence my own story of rebirth. Menzel's influence extended beyond vocals. Her trailblazing path, from Rent's Maureen to Frozen's Elsa, mirrored Michele's own ethos of reinvention. At 54, Menzel remains a Broadway lodestar, her 2023 solo concert Idina at the August Wilson Theater a sold-out testament to enduring relevance. Their Glee connection added poignant layers. What began as scripted maternal tension evolved into genuine mentorship, with Menzel offering offset advice on vocal preservation and stage fright. "Lea has that rare gift," Menzel tweeted post-opening, a simple heart emoji underscoring sisterly pride. This return isn't Michele's solo act. It's a Gleevasion of Broadway, a serendipitous convergence that feels like destiny's Easter egg. Jonathan Groff, her erstwhile on-screen love interest as Jesse St. James, shares the chess stage as Anatoly, their chemistry crackling anew in duets like Where I Want to Be. John and I joke that we're time-traveling back to McKinley High, Michele laughed, referencing the show's fictional school. Darren Criss, the crooner behind Blaine Anderson, headlines maybe happy ending nearby, his Korean robot romance drawing Tony buzz. And Kevin McHale, wheelchair-bound Artie Abrams in the series, wheels into the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee off Broadway, his baritone spelling out hilarity and heart. Glee had the most incredible cast, talented, quirky souls who poured their all into every number, Michele marveled. It makes perfect sense we're all here, reclaiming the boards like it's sophomore year. Their shared history fosters an unspoken shorthand. Inside jokes from set mishaps, vocal warm-up rituals passed down like heirlooms, a network of support that buffers the grueling 8-shows-a-week grind. Yet for Michele, chess is more than nostalgia. It's a lifeline threaded through life's tempests. As a mother of two, Ever, now 4, and her daughter Louisa, born in 2023 via surrogate, she grapples with the daily exodus from her West Village brownstone. Kissing them goodnight via FaceTime guts me, she admitted, voice catching. But then I step into Florence's shoes and it's like armor. This role is a true gift, demanding everything yet giving it back tenfold. Rehearsals were a crucible, 8 weeks of table reads evolving into blocking sessions where Michele honed Florence's arc, from pawn in a geopolitical game to queen of her destiny. Grandage, the revival's auteur, praised her visceral commitment, noting how she infused the character with post-pandemic resonance. A woman navigating divided loyalties in a fractured world. Critics, in early previews, lauded her stratospheric highs, in Heaven Help My Heart, her timbre soaring like a dove over Times Square. Beyond the footlights, Michele's return spotlights broader shifts in theater's landscape. Post-Hamilton boom and pandemic hiatus, Broadway hungers for familiar faces to lure audiences wary of masks and mandates. Glee alums embody that bridge, youthful energy meets seasoned craft, drawing millennials who grew up humming Defying Gravity back to the fold.